So I'll just start off with the webinar. Before continuing the webinar, I'll just like to give you just take a minute of yours to introduce us to our one of the redesigned website, I can say. So where you can find the information at one stop. So anything you need to know about them, you can just find it out over the new website where we have launched. This is a new website, as you can all see on our screen. And if you just click on this explore of any of our destinations, you'll go to the home page, and then you can have an overview. So our website is www.atdreps.com, and there you can see, if you go to, we have Egypt today, so you can find every details, like the basic details, what you need, the key facts, then when you can visit the country, the travel tools, the current weather, or maybe if you want to search the flight, you can also go here. The major key attractions in those countries, the festival and events which happens, the shopping tips if you need to tell to your clients, the foods and drinks and everything. So once I would request all to just check the website once, so that you can have a one stop over there. So yeah, so we'll start off with the presentation now. So I guess everyone who are attending are aware of ETD, as well as few of, I mean, many of them must be aware of IB's Travels as well, because some of them must have worked as well with IB's Travels. So we have been with IB's Travels since 2007, and we are still working with them. And it's great to work with such great guys. So now I'll hand it over to Mr. Ahmed, and then he will continue with the presentation and the knowledge which all would be requiring for the Egypt. So Ahmed, over to you now.
Thank you, Mr. Mayur. Thank you for your good words. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, Hindustan. My name is Ahmed Khattab. I am General Manager and CEO of IBIS Travel in Egypt. IBIS Travel, it's 1987. It's my dad company. We work with Indian markets through ATD since 2007. And thanks God, we have a good experience in Indian market. And thanks God, we have a good feedback from all our previous guests and in different states over India, in Maharashtra, in Gujarat, in Hyderabad, in all the states, Kerala, Karnataka, and all the states in India. Today, I hope you are good, your family is safe, and you are safe. And I hope this situation of Corona, it will finish soon. And thanks God, we have a good idea about these presentations, so we can share experience about our destination of Egypt to you, to let you start to promote Egypt after these issues of coronavirus finish, inshallah, soon. Inshallah, it will finish soon, and we will start to promote all destinations again and again and again. We have an Egyptian example says that the tourism industry not die, but it can have health issue. So, inshallah, we will finish this health issue soon, and we will start again. First of all, let me introduce my video presentation. It takes only around 5 minutes. So I hope you enjoy with this my presentation, and we will continue after this video for our Egypt knowledge or our sharing experience about Egypt destination.
This review is for the IBIS Tours and Travels. So I would like to thank the entire IBIS Tours and Travels for giving us a good opportunity to learn around the entire city, Cairo, Aswan, all that stuff. So the hospitality was very good from the IBIS team. The vehicle provided, or the services of the boating, all the representatives took us and explanations from our guides too. And really good one. So we really enjoyed all the 7 days of our trip from starting from the Jordan and ending at Luxor. So I would like to recommend to all to just start using the IBIS Tours and Travel for next coming, because it has a very good packages, and they are providing the packages according to what they have prescribed on the website as well. So it's very good to come to IBIS and enjoy the services.
Traveling with Ibis is a unique experience. Traveling with Ibis is a country like Egypt is altogether different experience. We have thoroughly enjoyed it. Thank you Ibis for making this trip journey. Thank you Ibis for making this trip
Paradise
journey.
Egypt package with our visitors. We arrived in Cairo and we were met very promptly at the gates, but we'd already got our visas sorted for us.
Thankful to our travel agent who has chosen very good local travel agent from Egypt. Local travel agent.
City is very safe, and we enjoyed. There are a lot of different things to see, and we enjoyed it thoroughly. Thanks for this providing great service to us. Thanks a lot.
We are returning from a holiday to Egypt. We started about 12 days back with Ibis Travels. They had planned a holiday.
Very pleasant journey, and everything was perfect, and we really enjoyed, and especially your dinner was absolutely great. Thank you very much. We're looking forward to give you a good business, inshallah ta'ala.
Expectation, you did more than my expectation. You brought me a lot more experience to me than I expected. The experience in the King's Chamber was wonderful. I love the way the arrangements was made for us. Timely, everything was managed, and I love the sitting in the King's Chamber and meditating there. Everything was wonderful. I had great experiences, and talking about the other part of the trip, everything was arranged for us in a very good manner, and I had a wonderful time.
What about safety? You was feeling safe?
Yeah, it was absolutely safe. There was no worry or tension in the mind about our safety. All the arrangements were made very well.
It's been a wonderful experience in Egypt. We did not come here with any set of expectations, because we didn't know what to expect from Egypt, from the people, from the place, from the government, the roads, anything. We had no idea. It was a trip that we had not planned. It's good that Ibis planned everything for us. Ibis Tours planned everything for us.
Yes.
We booked our tickets just 10 days before coming to Egypt.
Ahmed, can you hear us? I guess we are not able to hear you. Can you just check your audio once?
Hello.
Yes, Mansi, we can hear you.
Yes, I guess Ahmed is trying to connect the audio again. We just wait for 2 minutes.
We are really sorry to people for the inconvenience. But I guess Ahmed is facing some audio issues. Just give us 2 minutes and we'll be back. We are really sorry, guys, for the inconvenience that is happening. But just give us 2 minutes more and we'll be back with you. Hello guys, I just spoke with Ahmed and he will be soon. He will be joining us soon. Okay, we have Ahmed now with us. Ahmed can turn the audio on again. Okay. Okay, okay, brother. I guess can people hear us now? Okay, people can hear me. Okay, they can hear me, but no sound from Ahmed. Okay, sorry guys to keep you waiting. So I guess there was an audio, but don't know what issue has come up. No problem. I'll just take up the presentation right now with Ahmed. Yeah. So until Ahmed comes up, I will carry on with the presentation for you guys. So as you can all see here, we have a map of Egypt. So everyone know Egypt is basically it comes into the Afro-Asian country, or we can say an African continent. So it has Mediterranean Sea towards its north. Then towards its west, you can see the desert, which is also the Western Desert and the Libya. Onto the south, you have Sudan and other African countries like Ethiopia or maybe Central African Republic and other countries. Then onto your east, you have Red Sea, and then you have Jordan and Israel. So if you see the location of Egypt is so ideal for the coming season that with Thailand and Singapore, when people would be coming up for these destinations, even Egypt is a destination where you can propose it to your clients. So because it's not that long haul flight, you have direct flights from over here, And apart from that, people when they come back, they would be looking for a less expensive country, you can say. And apart from that, they would need somewhere where they can travel within a bracket of 3, 4, or maybe 5 hours, where Egypt actually comes to your help. So so we'll go on to how's the climate in Egypt. The climate in Egypt, you can say it's very cold. From in the winters where we have December to March, it's actually pretty cold. Like it can go up to 7, 8 degrees as well. And in daytime it's over 20 or maybe 25 degrees maximum. In summertime also, the temperature varies, but towards the Cairo and the cities, the temperature is not that much. It's 38 or maybe 40 degrees overall in Egypt. So. Okay, I guess the people are coming. They're able to listen. Okay, so great. So this is about Egypt. So ideally, if you say that the traveling season for Egypt, you can consider it from September till we can say end of March or maybe mid of April. So that will be an ideal season where you can get a good temperature, where your minimum can go up to maybe 8, 7, 8 degrees Celsius, and maximum can go up to maybe 25 or 28 degrees Celsius, not more than that. So the coming season would be good for your plans to travel to the Egypt. Then we will go on to the visa requirements for Egypt. So there are two ways where you can obtain the visa. One is upon arrival, and one is with the Egyptian embassy. So first we'll speak about the visa on arrival as per my presentation. So the visa on arrival cost is total 180 USD, and that you can obtain. You need to get a okay to board from the airlines, and then we can just show your ticket and everything, and you can get the visa upon arrival. We'll send you a confirmation later from here, which you can show to the immigration officer, and everything is pre-approved from the DMC over there. The second option is
Can you hear me, Mayur, now?
Okay, yes, Ahmad, we can hear you. That's very great. Yes.
Thank you. I'm sorry for this issue, but there's some issue happened in the signal. I don't know. So all can we be sure that all our friends has listening for us? No? All our friends are listening for us now?
Yes, all are listening to us. Yes, Ahmad.
Thank you, Mr. Kushal.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Mayor, thank you for your help. If you'd like to let me continue the presentation.
Yes, please go ahead with the presentation, Ahmad.
Okay, thank you. So Mr. Mayor had spoken about climate in Egypt. Where is Egypt? Visa for Egypt. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Sunai. Visa for Egypt. We have two options for visa for Egypt. The first option is visa upon arrival, and it's costing around 25 USD dollar per person, and $3 service and taxes. It means $28 per person. Only you need to check with the international flight company if they required from IBIS Travel Egypt side, from our travel company side, a confirmation for okay to board. So once you have a guest, they would like to have a visa upon arrival, first thing you need to check with the flight company they travel with, if they require okay to board from our side. So let us send to the flight company Cairo office a request for a confirmation okay to board, to let your guests check in on the flight smoothly without any issue. The second option is visa before arrival. This visa before arrival required to let IBIS operation department confirm all accommodation with the hotels to sending you Egypt visa proposal on IBIS letterhead. Once you send the passport copies, we will send you this visa letterhead on IBIS, and you will apply for the Egyptian embassy in India, and it's costing around $32 to $35 per person, and it take around 3 to 4 working days. What is the international and the domestic airports in Egypt? We have international and domestic airport in Cairo Airport, Alexandria Airport, Aswan Airport, Luxor Airport, Hurghada Airport, Sharm ElSheikh Airport. These are the most popular locations and cities for tourists in Egypt. So we go for some popular locations for the tourists in Egypt. One of the most important one is Cairo. Usually all tourists arrive international Cairo airport to stay some days to cover Cairo tours like the following most popular attraction, and the number of nights Cairo should be depending to the most location the guest would like to cover. So your guest would like to cover uh, Egyptian Museum and pyramids, so they can stay around 2 nights. The first night is arrival day. The second day they can cover the pyramids and Egyptian Museum. But if they would like to add Alexandria day tour from Cairo, so they require to add one more night. The most of the international flights departure from India and to Cairo. We have Egypt Air from Mumbai. It fly around 4 days per week, and it will be 5 days soon. It was planning to making 5 days from Mumbai, and maybe they was also planning to open from Delhi also. So we have Egypt Air from Mumbai. We have Oman Airways, Etihad Airways, Kuwait Airways, Air Arabia, Turkish Airlines, Saudi Arabia, and other European countries. What is the most attractions in Egypt, in Cairo, especially in Cairo? Of course, we have the Egyptian Museum, and we have soon, by this year, 2020, we will open the new Grand Egyptian Museum. For the Egyptian Museum, we have inside the Egyptian Museum, we have a mummy room, and it will having extra fees around $10, $11, something like this, and they can pay for the mummy room inside the Egyptian Museum on spot during the tour if they would like. Of course, we have a Giza Pyramid Sound and Light Show. We have a dinner cruise for 2 hours sailing in Cairo for lunch or dinner. All this type of dinner or lunch Nile cruises is serving veg and non-veg intercontinental food. Of course, we have the 3 pyramids of Giza plateau, and we have the Valley Temple inside the pyramids plateau area. Of course, we have the Great Sphinx. Please note that any inside of these 3 pyramids will have extra fees. For example, for the great one, the Khufu pyramids, it's around 24-25 USD per person. And also they can, if they would like to go inside, they can pay it on spot. Of course, we're not including any of these pyramids inside because some guests, they don't like to go inside. They maybe have a health issue or they having a phobia. They don't like to go inside any closing area. We have the solar boat inside the pyramids plateau. Another pyramids, it's called Saqqara. It's the oldest one. The first pyramid in Egypt is called Saqqara Step Pyramid. Memphis City, and we have a pharaonic village in Cairo. This pharaonic village, it's not old one, but it's around 30-40 years back, and it's showing how the pharaonic people live, how they sit, how they prepare their food, how they prepare their agriculture, all these things. We have old Coptic Cairo in Egypt, in Cairo especially. It's having the Hanging Church, Abu Sirga Church, and Ben Ezra Synergio, Salahuddin Citadel, and Muhammad Ali Pasha Mosque. Muhammad Ali Pasha Mosque and Salahuddin Citadel, it is the same place. So we can visit both of them in one place. Muhammad Ali Pasha Mosque, for your experience, we having it's look like the Blue Mosque in Turkey. If you know the Blue Mosque in Turkey, they having the same style and the same shape. Of course, we have also Khan el-Khalili market. Khan el-Khalili market, it's like souk, old souk in Egypt, and it's in the style of the Islamic style. And the guests also like to go to there to get some cheap souvenirs, some Chinese cheap souvenirs. Cairo Tower, we have Cairo Tower also. For Cairo Tower, it's near to the Egyptian Museum, and some Indian guests would like to visit this Cairo Tower. And this tower also we prefer to visit in evening. So we have a free walking tour in evening. So they can go to downtown in Tahrir Square. They go to local markets for like the Egyptian who's liking to buy some clothes, something for the families. They can go to the downtown. It's like Villa Parley in Mumbai. I like Villa Parley. So let us see what is the preferred hotels in Cairo. Cairo having many hotels in downtown and in pyramids area. Of course, downtown it's more expensive and high rates for downtown, but from pyramids to downtown for your experience, it take around 30-40 minutes per taxi, and there is Uber and there is like Ola and Uber in India. We have Uber also here in Egypt, and it's costing around $3 per way. So in Cairo, we have five-star hotel, like one of the best hotel in pyramids area. It's called Blue Meridian Pyramids Hotel and Spa. It's a 5-star plus. And also we have Hilton Pyramids Golf Resort. It's one of the best resorts in Giza also. 4-star, we have a Barcelona Pyramids Cairo Hotel, Pyramids Bark Resort, and this Pyramids Bark Resort giving us a special promotion as a 3-star hotel rate. 4-star standard hotel like Arcan Pyramids Hotel, special promotion also as a 3-star hotel rate. These hotels are similar, and I'm giving you some experience about these hotels, this category of hotels. The most important thing that we not recommend 3-star hotels in Egypt. It's look like 1-star in India, and we not recommend also this type of hotels because it's having negative feedback from our guests, and the rates will not be different so much. $2, $3 per person per night. It's not a big issue. For your experience in Indian restaurant in Cairo, Egypt have a very few number of Indian authentic cuisine restaurants in Cairo, around 10 Indian restaurants, and we usually use Karvin Masara, India Gate, Maharaja. This Maharaja having around 8 branches in Cairo, or 7 branches, and India Gate and Elephantine, Red Elephant also. Let us go to Alexandria. Alexandria is located off the north of Egypt on the Mediterranean Sea, and it's looked like Goa in India. And it's far away from Cairo, around 200 kilometers. It takes around 3 hours by road. The most international, guys, I'm seeing some friends writing some questions. Please, after I finish this presentation, we have enough time to ask and to reply for all your questions. So please concentrate with me. I want to share. I'm happy that I'm sharing my country experience. So please keep watching with this video. The most international flights arrive departure from India and to India from Alexandria. We don't have direct flight. We have Oman Airways, Etihad Airways, Kuwait Airways, Air Arabia, Turkish Airline, Saudi Arabia Airline, and other European airlines. What is the most Alexandria attraction sightseeing in Alexandria? Of course, we have the Great Library of Alexandria. This great library is the oldest library over the world, and it's the most important sightseeing in Alexandria. The guests, they must visit it. Of course, we have a Muntaza Garden Palace and the Lighthouse of Alexandria of King Farouk, the last king in Egypt. Catacomb El-Shukafa, Catacomb of Qom El-Shukafa, Bombay Pillar. We have Roman Theatre, Grace Roman Museum, Alexandria, and we have Citadel of Qaitbay from outside. Well, some friends tell me, why from outside? I want to go inside. I'm telling you, nothing to see from inside. We can take a photo from outside and the guide explaining the history of the citadel. It's and we move. We say chalo chalo. It's not like citadel of Muhammad, of Salah ad-Din and Muhammad Ali in Cairo. What hotel we preferred in Alexandria? We have Sheraton Muntaza Hotel and Sunrise Avenue, Alexandria Avenue Hotel, and we have similar also, but these both hotels as a 5-star hotels we recommend it. 4-star Luxor Hotel in Alexandria, we have Tulip Hotel Alexandria. 4-star Hotel Plus, we have a Plaza Hotel in Alexandria. 4-star Standard Hotel, we have Eastern El Muntaza Hotel, and this hotel is giving a special promotion as a 3-star hotel rate. Indian restaurant in Alexandria, only around 2 Indian restaurants. Maharaja, one is for Maharaja, as the same Maharaja of Cairo, they having different branches in Cairo and Alexandria. So they have one branch in Alexandria, it's called Maharaja Indian Restaurant, and one old one is called Taj Mahal. Let us fly to Aswan. Aswan is located in south of Egypt, with the most nature beautiful city in Egypt. I like it. I like this city so much. Which the tourists start their Nile cruise trip for 3 nights from Aswan ended to Luxor. And it's far away from Cairo, around 1,200 kilometers. Most of the international flights departure India from Aswan. It's Egypt Air Mumbai via Cairo, so there is no direct flights to Aswan. Even Kuwait Airlines, they don't go, even another flight companies, they don't go to Aswan. Only charter flights from European country for your experience. Aswan attraction, what we can see in Aswan. We have one obelisk, is called Unfinished Obelisk, and one Nubian village in Sahel Island. It's Nubian village. We call the Aswan people Nubian people. Nubian people, they are black niggers, and we call them Nubian village, and they are the pure people I had seen it in my life. Very good people. And we have Fila Temple. The photo in front of us now in the presentation is for the temple of Fila in one island in the Nile River. So we go to this Fila Temple, we go by boat, by small boat. Aswan High Dam, of course, all of us know that High Dam of Egypt is called Aswan High Dam. Komombo Temple, Idfu Temple, and Abu Simbel temples. Abu Simbel, for your experience, we call it the magic temples. Why we call it the magic temples? Because the magic temples in Lakshmi Temple in Kuala Lumpur in India, it's called also the magic temple, because the sunrise focus on the Lakshmi Temple per year. Sometime, 1 time, 2 time, I don't have a good experience about this history of this Lakshmi Temple, but Abu Simbel Temple is the same job. Abu Simbel Temple, it's for the second Ramses. King Second Ramses, the one of the famous pharaohs kings. They built these temples, and the sunrise focus on the status of this King Ramses 2 times per year. The one time 22nd of October, his birthday, and 22nd of February, his day he became a king for this second Ramses, for Abu Simbel. And it's very important tour to the Indians. Fila Temple sound and light show. So in the evening they can go to the sound and light show to also to this Fila Temple. So they can, if they would like to go morning to visit this temple, or they can go to visit it as a sound and light show. Aswan Hotel. We have only few hotels in Aswan, around not more than 8-10 hotels in Aswan, and what we preferred, it's Tulip Aswan Hotel and Resort, and also 4-star looks like Pyramids Island Hotel, and 4-star standard like City Max Hotel. Let us talk about the Indian food in Aswan. Unfortunately, there is no Indian authentic cuisine restaurant in Aswan. Only quality local restaurant serving veg and non-veg continental food, and also Jain food we can prepare it in Aswan restaurants. Agra Station, Luxor. Luxor is located on the south of Egypt, the biggest monument city in the Egypt, and the tourists start the Nile River cruise trip for 4 nights. So if you will start the cruise from Aswan, it will take 3 nights. If you will take a 4-night cruise, you will start it from Luxor. Luxor is far away from Cairo, around 950 kilometers by road. The most international flight departure India to Luxor Airport is Egypt Air from Mumbai via Cairo. Yes, we can get a Jain food in the cruise. I will explain all things, Mr. Anila. But let us go step by step. Turkish Airlines and Saudi Arabia Airlines also fly to Luxor. What is the most Luxor attractions? Sightseeing in Luxor. Hatshepsut Temple in Luxor. In Luxor we have East Bank and West Bank. In the West Bank first we have Hatshepsut Temple, Valley of Queens, Valley of Kings, Mummification Museum in the East Bank, Luxor Temple in the East Bank, Karnak Temple in the East Bank, Colossus of Memnon on the West Bank, Karnak Temple Sound and Light Show. So in Karnak Temple we have 2 options. We can go morning to visit it in morning, or we can go in evening as a sound and light show. What hotel we preferred in Luxor? We have Sonesta St. George Hotel and Resort, and we have Martin Joliville Luxor Hotel. It's one of both hotels as one of the best hotels in Luxor, and we have 4-star plus like Arkan, Etab, Luxor Hotel. They offering us also a very special rate as a 3-star hotel. In Luxor Indian restaurant, we have around 1 Indian authentic cuisine restaurant. It's called Taste of India restaurant. Let us talk about the sleeper train. Okay, let the sleeper train in the end, but we continue for the Hurghada and Sharm ElSheikh. Only left Hurghada and Sharm ElSheikh, then we will start for the sleeper train. Hurghada is located in the Red Sea of the beach vacation of the activities and excursions. There are 2 options to travel from to Hurghada. The first option is by road, as it's far away from Luxor. So after the cruise end, if you start the cruise from Aswan 3 nights, we can end it in Luxor. From Luxor, we can go to Hurghada. Hurghada, as I said to you, it's a Red Sea beach vacation. So they go to Hurghada by 280 kilometers, take around 3 hours and a half. And also after they stay in Hurghada for few nights, not less than 2 nights, because day one they reach to Hurghada from the cruise from Luxor. They will reach by afternoon, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock afternoon, or maybe 6 o'clock evening. So in day one, first night in Hurghada, nothing to do. So at least 2 nights in Hurghada to let day two of Hurghada, let them cover some tours, some activities like what I will show it to you right now. After they stay in Hurghada, they can go to Cairo by two options. The first option by flight, internal flight, or by road, as it's 450 kilometers from Cairo, from Hurghada to Cairo. And for your experience, there is no train from Hurghada or as another city, Sharm ElSheikh. I will show it to you. There is no train from Hurghada to Cairo or from Sharm to Cairo, only by road or by internal flight. Hurghada attraction. What we can cover in Hurghada, we can have safari quad bike tour in Hurghada, like Dubai quad bike safari tour, and also Jeep 4x4 safari tour in Hurghada, like Dubai. Hurghada glass boat tour and submarine. As I showed you the second photos, there is corals, so they can go to the corals for snorkeling or diving also in these islands. And who don't like to swim and they don't like to snorkeling, they can go as a submarine or glass boat. Also, we have a show in the evening. It's called Alf Leila Uleila show tour in Hurghada. It's mean thousands and thousands nights show in Hurghada. From Hurghada to Cairo, it take around 6 hours. I had mentioned here 6 hours by road with 2 stops. What hotel we preferred in Hurghada? We prefer Hilton Hurghada Resort or Continental Resort Hotel Hurghada as a 5-star hotel. 4-star, we have a Desert Rose, and we have Seagull. We have different hotels as a 4-star looks. And the 4-star standard, we have Hawaii Resort, special promotion as a 3-star hotel rate. For the Indian food in Hurghada. Unfortunately, there is no Indian authentic cuisine restaurant right now. Before it was there, but it's closed from few months ago, and they plan to open around 1 or 2 Indian restaurants in Hurghada. But I want to share my experience about hotels and resorts in Hurghada. They offer all-inclusive basis. What's mean of all-inclusive basis? It's mean daily 3 meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and drinks, soft drinks during the day. There is 3 types of drinks. There is soft drinks, hard drinks, and ultra all-inclusive. Soft drinks, as you know, is they start all these options. They start drinks from 11 o'clock morning till 11 o'clock evening. They can drink any number they would like. In the bar of the swimming pool, or in the bar of the hotel, in the bar of the beach, anywhere they can drink inside the resort. What's the difference between soft? It's, as you know, it's only for Pepsi, juice, water, some drinks like soft drinks. And for the hard drinks, of course, they can drink a liquor, but it will be Egyptian or a local liquor, not original one. And for the ultra all-inclusive, it means that they can drink the hard one, but it would be brand. The original Javad, the original Ballantine, all these liquors. It's called ultra all-inclusive basis. Agla Station, Sharm ElSheikh. Sharm ElSheikh is located in the Red Sea also, having the same activities like Hurghada. There are 2 options to travel from Sharm ElSheikh. first option by road or second option by internal flight. Sharm el-Sheikh is far away from Cairo, around 550 kilometers, and I take around 7 hours with 2 stops. Also, for your experience, Sharm el-Sheikh, to travel from after the cruise finish, if the guest would like to travel to Sharm el-Sheikh, only the option is by flight. There is a ferry boat, so some people say, why I can go to Sharm from Luxor to Hurghada by road, 2 hours and a half, 3 hours and a half. Then I take a ferry boat. There is a ferry boat. It was there and it's still there. Ferry boat from Hurghada to Sharm el-Sheikh. It takes 3 hours. But this Hurghada to Sharm el-Sheikh ferry boat, it's very risky because it's not working. Some days it's working around 1 day, 2 days in the months, because government issues and for permission for sailing. Sharm el-Sheikh also we can go fly by Sharm el-Sheikh by flight to Mumbai, from Mumbai via Cairo. Also Turkish airline fly to Sharm el-Sheikh, Saudi Arabia airline fly to Sharm el-Sheikh, and other European country airlines but also travel to Sharm el-Sheikh. Before Jordan RJ, it was working, but it's not operated from 1 month or 2 months ago. What we can cover in Sharm el-Sheikh, we can cover Sharm el-Sheikh glassboat trip, like Thailand and other countries, submarine trip in Sharm el-Sheikh, Tiran Island snorkeling, one of the best islands in Sharm el-Sheikh for corals. Intro driving in Sharm el-Sheikh, Blue Hole Dahab. Dahab, it's a city near to Sharm el-Sheikh. It take around 40 minutes by road, and they having wonderful place. It's called Blue Hole. Blue Hole, it's a sea cave. So all people, they like to go to Blue Hole to snorkeling, to see the cave, the sea cave, with snorkeling or diving. We have quad bike trip in Sharm el-Sheikh, like Dubai quad bike. We have a full day quad safari, including quad bike, camel ride, and barbecue dinner in Sharm el-Sheikh, like Dubai barbecue dinner in the desert. Also, we have Alf Leila wa Leila. You remember in Hurghada, we have also Alf Leila wa Leila in Hurghada. And in Sharm el-Sheikh, we have Alf Leila wa Leila show, thousands and thousands nights show in Sharm el-Sheikh. One of the most important visit to the Coptic people and to the Muslim people, it's tour to St. Catherine and Moses Mountain. St. Catherine, far away from Sharm el-Sheikh, it takes around 3 hours. And also the Moses Mountain, some people like to climb this mountain to catch the sunrise from this mountain. Also, we have St. Catherine, and after they visit St. Catherine, they back to Sharm el-Sheikh. On the way, they go to that wonderful place. It's called Colored Canyon Tour. Colored Canyon, it's a nature tour, and I invite you to go to Google to check this Colored Canyon. It's a wonderful place. All guests would like to visit this canyon. What hotel we preferred in Sharm el-Sheikh? We prefer Sultan Garden 5-star hotel. Also, we have 5-star standard Hilton Shark Bay Hotel, and we have 4-star resort like Aurora International Resort. Same in Sharm el-Sheikh, there is only one Indian restaurant. It's called Bombay Indian Restaurant, and it's very costly. And also for the same like Hurghada hotels and resorts, that Sharm el-Sheikh and Sharm el-Sheikh resorts are offering all-inclusive basis. As I said to you in Hurghada, same, they also having 3 meals and drinks, and all soft drinks or hard drinks or ultra all-inclusive drinks. I want to discuss you about very important note for all Indian market. A part of the authentic Indian restaurant in Egypt also has local quality restaurant. So we have two type of restaurants for tourist restaurants in Egypt. We have Indian authentic cuisine restaurant and we have local quality restaurants. The Indian authentic cuisine restaurant are very few number of Indian authentic cuisine restaurant. But and we have another type, it's called local quality restaurant, serving veg and non-veg continental food. And also this type of restaurant can serve Indian food, but it will not be tasty like the Indian authentic cuisine restaurant. And the difference between of them, it's around $4, $5 per person per meal. So if you have a number of 6 meals, for example, in your tour, in your guest tour, I recommend you to join around 3 in Indian authentic cuisine restaurant and 3 in Egyptian restaurants, local quality restaurants. They can serving Egyptian food. Of course, the Indian guests would like to having breakfast vada pav, madura, and igli, but and in dinner and lunch Indian food also. But what I recommended you to share it with your guests that they try the country food. We have the same. If you know the bindi, okra, in Indian style, we have it the same with tomato sauce, but in Egyptian spices. So let them try the Egyptian spicy. If you have a 6 meals, what I recommended, share about 3 meals in Indian authentic cuisine restaurant and 3 meals or 2 meals in Egyptian one. And also we have falafel, the Egyptian vada pav. Falafel, it's called falafel. It's a vegetarian and it's without garlic, and also it can be for the Jain food. Before Nile cruise, I don't forget to talk about the sleeper train in Egypt. Let us talk about the sleeper train. I'm sorry I delay for you, but please accept my apologies. Sleeper train. To travel from or to Aswan and Luxor, there are 2 options. The first option is by night journey sleeper train. The sleeper train start daily from Cairo around 7:30 evening and arrive next day morning to Luxor by 6 o'clock a.m. and arrive and continue to Aswan and arrive to Aswan by 8-9 o'clock morning. Only 1 or 2 Indian items for the food, about the food in the train. All sleeper trains, there is only one company sleeper train. It's called Wataniya sleeper train, and this sleeper train serving veg and non-veg intercontinental food. And for your info, we can serve 1 big box for groups only. 2 items like pakora or samosa during the main dinner on the train. Also, if there is a Jain food, we can ask the train management company to arrange for continental food without garlic, without mushroom, without potato, depending to this Jain food type, what they don't like to eat. The sleeper train, for your experience, if you have a sleeper train back from Aswan or from Luxor, this sleeper train is by evening. So the sleeper train to Cairo by 9 o'clock evening. So we recommend to book a day used room for 6 hours, 4 hours for freshen up with $10-15 per person on good 4-star hotel in Luxor or in Aswan, because they will leave the cruise in morning by 9-10 o'clock morning, and the train is by evening, so it take around maybe 10 hours, 11 hours. they stay in the day tour and the free time. So I recommend it if you would like to book for them a freshen up room for the use. For your experience, sleeper train, Cairo to Luxor, Cairo to Aswan, or back to Cairo from Luxor and Aswan. There is no sleeper train going to Sharm el-Sheikh or Hurghada. Let us talk about the Nile cruise. Let us talk about the Nile cruise. The Nile cruise in Egypt is very unique than other cruises over the world, as it's a culture trip by visiting the most historical sightseeing of the pharaonic ancients. Kindly note, all Nile cruises have a fixed weekly calendar for embarkation and sailing as the following. If you will take a 3 nights Nile cruise as the most recommended tour for the Indian market, for the Indian guest, to take only 3 nights tour from Aswan every Monday, Wednesday, or Friday. And 4 nights, 5 days from Luxor every Thursday, Saturday, and Monday. So once you have a Nile cruise query, the first point you need to focus on before you start to choose the travel date is the Nile River cruise fixed dates of embarkation. So if once you have a cruise query, the first thing you need to focus on the cruise embarkation date. How to travel to Aswan and Luxor Nile cruise or hotels? Option 1, night journey sleeper train, as I had clarified to you. And we can book 1 night before the cruise embarkation. So if the cruise embarkation will be on Friday from Aswan, we need to book the train on Thursday. Monday from Aswan, so we need to book it from Cairo on Sunday. The second option, it's by internal flight tickets, internal domestic flight, and we had mentioned three internal flight companies in Egypt. Maybe you find it in your Amadeus or IATA screen. So please check up and update for the choosing flight details, as maybe IBIS Aviation Department can catch a better rate for the same. Kindly note, for the Nile cruises packages, we need to focus on the following time of the internal flight. So if we have a cruise package, we need to focus on the following flight. If we fly from Cairo to Aswan, we need morning flight to arrive Aswan maximum by 10 to get them cover Aswan day tour on the same day of arrival Aswan, and also to catch the lunch time on the cruise, as it starts from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock p.m. afternoon. If you have a Luxor to Cairo flight, after we ended the cruise in Luxor, we needed afternoon or evening flight to let them cover the tour of Luxor West Bank tour after cruise embarkation, as I will show to you in the time-wise of the cruise. What is the Nile Cruises classification? Kindly note that IBIS travel team not recommended 3-star or 4-star cruises. We recommend only 5-star cruises. And for your experience, some cruises are showing a government sign on the lobby as a 5-star, but even they are not 4-star. So please take care from this. Please, if you deal with IBIS or with another tour companies, please be sure that these cruises reviews are good, because most of the cruises having 5-star sign from the Ministry of Tourism, but it's even not 4-star. What is the Nile cruise food type? All Nile cruises are on full board basis, open buffet style, serving veg and non-veg intercontinental food. For FIT, can request can we request for Jane food? Of course, we have some friends and some guests are Jane food, and we need to respect their food. So for FIT, upon check-in, we can invite the guest with the main chief of the kitchen of the cruise, and to discuss which item they don't like to see in their food, like mushrooms. They don't eat mushroom. Oh, some Jain food they eat mushroom, some no. Some Jain food, of course, I think all Jain foods they not eat garlic. Some Jain food eat potato, some no. So in the day one of the check-in of the cruise, we meet with this FIT guest with the main chief of the cruise to discuss with the item of food during his or her tour on the cruise. For a group, we can discuss with the cruise management to prepare one or two Indian items, to let the main chief of the cruise prepare what he can prepare for Indian item. Everybody had hear me, Mr. Anish? We lost your voice, Mr. Ahmed. All of you are hearing me, sir?
Yes, maybe they will try to reconnect again because we can hear your voice. Ahmed, please continue. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Mayur. IBIS team always be sure that all sign name of veg and non-veg are showing on the open buffet dishes. Open buffet salad, open buffet desserts, every meal serving on the cruise. To run away from any confusion can be happening with the guest. For this sign is written, for example, goulash. This is Egyptian word, for example, or European word. The guests are something confusion happen. Maybe they say it's veg or non-veg, so we run away from this confusion. Maybe it happened. We put a sign. We be sure that there is a sign veg or non-veg mentioned on the every dish from any of this buffet, dessert or salad or the main dishes. What is the cruise, Nile River cruise nightlife? Of course, we need to know about the nightlife. All Nile cruises daily offering nightlife for disco. Galapea party is like the it's a kurta, Egyptian kurta. I like the Indian kurta I have, and I have Moody jacket also. And Oriental night with Egyptian belly dancer and Tanura show. So daily on the cruise, on these 3 nights or 4 nights cruise, we have daily nightlife on the disco of the cruise. What is the cruise entertainment? All night cruising having a swimming pool, steam room, fitness room, and power sports like treadmill, century bike, dumbbells, and of course yoga set, because yoga is the most important over the world right now. What's the Nile River cruise sailing time? Most of the Nile cruises stay the first night in Aswan and sailing next day by afternoon. That's mean we can cover day 2, 4 o'clock early morning. Very important sightseeing for the Indian market is the 2 magic temples of Abu Simbel. And it's called magic temples because it's same like happened in Lakshmi Temple in Kuala Lumpur, as I said to you. That's the sunrise focus on the statues of the king second Ramses 2 times per year. 22nd February, 22nd October, the day he came a king, and the day his birthday. Most of the Indian guests prefer 3 nights cruise from Aswan, and the cruise time-wise itinerary as the following. Day 1, as I said to you, we arrive in by sleeper train or by domestic flight, maximum by 10 o'clock. Start Aswan day tour, visiting Obelisk, Fila Temple, High Dam, and then transfer to cruise. Transfer to cruise for lunch. Day 2, they can go to Abu Simbel, visit Abu Simbel early morning, and back to cruise. Once they back to cruise in day 2 by 12 o'clock, they move by 4, reach by 7. From 7 to 9 is the visit time. From 9 to 12, it's back to cruise. They reach by 12 o'clock. It takes 3 hours. And then the cruise starts sailing by 1 o'clock afternoon to Agla Station, Komombo. They visit Komombo by 6 o'clock evening and continue sailing to Idfu, overnight in Idfu. One important point, I'm sorry I speak too much, but I want to share the most experience. I want to share it with you that most of the Monday cruises, as I said to you from Aswan, we have Monday, Friday, and Wednesday cruises from Aswan. Monday cruises, they sailing Tuesday, early morning by 4 o'clock. That's mean most of Monday cruises can't not be covered to Abu Simbel tour. So Monday cruises cannot be covered to Abu Simbel tour. Day 3, 6 o'clock morning, they go to visit Idfu Temple and back to cruise by 8. Then the cruise continues sailing to Luxor. On the way to Luxor, we cross Esna Lock. What is Esna Lock? Esna Lock is the same job of Canal Panama, as there's 2 different of water levels before and after the lock. So please go to YouTube, write Esna Lock, and you have a good experience about this lock to share this experience with your guest. It's only happened in Panama and in Egypt. Continue sailing to Luxor, reach Luxor by evening. We visit the Karnak and Luxor temple and overnight the 3rd and the last night on the cruise. Day 4, we check out by 8 o'clock after breakfast. Check out after breakfast and they go to the west bank of Luxor, Valley of Kings, Hatshepsut, and Memnon. After we finish Luxor West Bank tour, we can go to Luxor Airport, we can go to Luxor train station to take a night journey sleeper train to Cairo, or we can go to Hurghada and take 3.5 hours. Domestic flight to Cairo, we need to focus on afternoon or evening flight to Cairo. Let your estimate guest cover the West Bank day tour on a comfortable day tour. Other points to be noted. There is any special packages for the students groups in Egypt, because the student groups from India over the world is getting increased last few years back, as we had seen. So we mentioned that, yes, sure. Kindly note that the Egyptian government offering all students groups or FIT with their school or college ID can allow 50% discount from the sightseeing entrance fees. Also, IBIS Travel have a good experience for a great plan for student group by choosing the great plan with the Egyptian school government or any other government colleges to let your student group sharing experience with the Egyptian students. Also, we can arrange for lunch or dinner on Egyptian real house to let them have experience of the Egyptian family, how they live in the Egypt, how they live in their Egyptian home, and how the Egyptian prepares their foods, how the students study in home, and other sharing experience. Many things to be shared in this one, in these student groups. Is there any special package for incentive groups in Egypt? Yes, sure. IBIS Travel offering very special service and rates for incentive groups with a great organizer for gala dinner in hotel or any historical special location like Giza Pyramids Plateau or any other required locations. Like we can go make a gala dinner in the pyramids or in the desert of the pyramid, or we can do it inside of any temple, Idfu temple, Luxor temple, Fila temple. We can discuss it together, no problem, as we usually are special on incentive groups from a long time. Let us know about approaching cigarettes and alcohol. What about bringing a personal supply of cigarette? we have some questions. The guest usually we receive it from the guest last few years back. So I'm sharing these important questions. What the guests are asking for, because you already will have their answer on spot. What is the bringing a personal supply of cigarettes and alcohol with the guest when the visiting Egypt? We recommend for our guests to purchase cigarettes and alcohol upon their arrival to Egypt, where they will find duty-free shop at Egypt's airports at Cairo, Hurghada, Luxor, Aswan, Sharm ElSheikh, and El Gouna. You will allowed to purchase around 200 cigarettes, around 10 boxes, and 3 liters of alcohol upon arrival. We will be available purchase cigarettes elsewhere in Egypt if the guest didn't purchase upon their arrival. All travelers arriving to Egypt have 48 hours but to buy cigarettes or alcohol from any duty-free shop either located to at Egypt airport or from locations in Cairo. From hotels in also in Cairo, located in Cairo, or from hotels in El Gouna or Hurghada or Sharm el-Sheikh. What is the official currency in Egypt? The official currency is the Egyptian pound, and there is and each pound contains 100 piasters. So I will send you this also by mail for what is of this PDF of this presentation. I will send it to you to read it. I don't want to be late, make you delay more than this. Is it available to change euros, dollars? Yes, we can change euros, dollars, any currencies, but not Indian rupees, because it's very cheap rate in Egypt for Indian rupees. All rates from the bank inside the airport till the bank in hotels, in anywhere, you can have the same rate, no different rates. Can I use my credit card? Yes, you can use your credit card in all over Egypt. What is the nightlife in Egypt? Egypt is a Muslim country. Nightlife is not like Pattaya city in Thailand. Not allowed because it's not allowed in Egypt. Casinos is there in Cairo, Sharm el-Sheikh, Hurghada, Alexandria only. Also nightclub like Dubai nightclub. You know, I think some friends had gone to Dubai and have a good experience about there. Also nightclub is like Dubai, is there in Egyptian belly dancer showing and alcohol. In the end of this presentation, I will glad to offer you the top sales 16 packages. The top sales 16 different itineraries for Egypt promotional packages. So we have a 16 packages, the top sales 16 packages in India, along with 4 different categories of accommodation rates. We are ready also to customize the itinerary as per your guest requirements. Please send us email to get these 16 preferred packages for the Indian market. Come to visit Egypt with us and explore more of Egypt with IBIS. Thank you guys, and please accept my apologize for the delay and for the issue of the sound. Thank you, Mr. Mayur.
Oh, thank you so much, Ahmad, for this wonderful presentation, and thank you all of you for waiting so patiently and giving your time for this presentation. So I guess a few people, I mean, a lot of people have posted some questions. So the prime question, since we had just finished off in Nile cruise, there was a question, Ahmad, from one of our attendees, that what is the difference? Why is there a difference in number of nights from Aswan to Luxor when you go in from Luxor to Aswan? So why is this difference?
Okay, shall I answer?
Yeah.
Okay, the difference because the Nile River starts from the south of Africa, and it came from the south to the north till the Mediterranean Sea. So if we came from Aswan, let me open the map. I want to. Can we get it? So the cruise starts from Aswan. It will be from the south with the water. So the water falls from the south to the north. So the cruise will have 3 nights only, and from Luxor to Aswan. Here's the map. Here's the map. So Aswan is down, and once we start the cruise, it will go with the water, so it will not take time. But if we start it from Luxor to Aswan, it will be against the water, so it will take around 4 nights. But for your experience, the cruise stay 1 night in Luxor. If you will start the tour from Luxor, 4 nights, the cruise first night will stay in Luxor. Next day, day two, it will start sailing by afternoon to Aswan and reach Aswan on day three evening. So they will stay in Aswan also. The fourth night, they will stay in Aswan.
Okay. Ahmed, the next question is which one should be preferred, Sharm el-Sheikh or Hurghada?
What I preferred, both what you will see it in Hurghada, you will see it in Sharm el-Sheikh. Okay, for the submarine, glass boat, diving, snorkeling, islands, all activities, we can cover it in Hurghada. Same activities in Sharm el-Sheikh, except in Sharm el-Sheikh we have around 2 or 3 extra exceptions, like Blue Hole in Dahab. It's near to Sharm el-Sheikh, Dahab, and also St. Catherine Monastery or Mountain of Mouses. This they can cover it extra in Sharm el-Sheikh. But what I recommended to save and to go for a competition rates, I recommended Hurghada, because after cruise finish in Luxor, as I informed to you, we will go to Hurghada by road. No need for internal flight. And also for FIT, sometimes we use VIP group bus to save and to make official rate. This group bus, it's like in India. We drop the guest to the station and they take the group bus if they are 2 people, 3 people. But start from 4 people, we recommend to take a private vehicle from Luxor to Hurghada. And from Hurghada, they can go to Cairo also by road around 450 kilometers.
Okay. Ahmed, we have one question from visa side, from visa part. So one of the attendants is asking that if they are taking visa on arrival, how much time is required for OK to board to be done for Egypt, and is there an additional cost for OK to board?
Okay, for the OK to board point, the visa upon arrival is OK to board. It take around only 1 day. We send the request for the OK to board with the group or the FIT passport copies and flight tickets and the request on our letterhead. We send it to the flight company Cairo office. Once the flight company Cairo office sends a confirmation mail to their flight company in India, it takes only 1 day, 2 days. And some agents, some flight companies like Oman Airways, they was thinking to add around $10 for confirmation OK to board, and they return back. They said, okay, no, we will not take it right now. Maybe in future we will do this charge. But I have one group from India. I think they showing in January or February. They asking me for extra. Then they return back to me, say no, we will not take extra for the OK to board. Anyway, the OK to board, it take around 1 or 2 working days.
Okay. There is one question from my side that if they are going out for Cairo, then what is the capacity or what kind of hotels will we find in Cairo, and is there any other destination apart from Cairo that we can suggest for MICE?
For MICE groups, we recommend, of course, MICE groups, they don't like to have too much internal flights and too much number of nights. They only take around 4 nights, 3 nights, depending to what they would like. What I recommended for MICE, Cairo, of course, dinner cruise. They must join a dinner cruise in Cairo for 2 hours. Alexandria over day trip to Alexandria and back. And if they would like to visit Suez Canal, it's a very important visit to all Indian market, and it's far away from Cairo, around 1 hour, 15 minutes. Uh, Also, for it's a very good question, Mayur, about mice, because I want to inform my friends that these mice groups having the required gala dinner. If this gala dinner we send it to the hotel, that we need a gala dinner in hotel and we need a conference hall and all these places for mice groups, the hotels offer double rates because they say, oh, it's incentive group, so it's a very good group. We give you $30 instead of $15, for example. So what I recommended, if this gala dinner we can do it outside the hotel, one big restaurant, one big hall in a good restaurant. We run away from the hotel extra charge for mice or incentive groups.
Ahmed, one more
Yes.
question. Is there any restrictions on clothes to be wear in Egypt?
What they wear in Europe, they can wear it in Egypt. Egypt is safe for women. I had seen this question for some friend. They
Yes.
say it's safe for women to travel. Of course, safe for women to travel. Egypt is safe than the United States of America. You can go to Google, write, is it Egypt safe more than America or no? You will ask Mr. Google, and Mr. Google will answer you for the safety in Egypt, for in general, for women, for gentlemen, for everybody. Egypt, of course, is safe. And what you will wear it in Europe, for example, or in India, you can wear it in Egypt, anywhere.
If Mansi can answer better, is it safe for women to turn? Mansi has been to Egypt, so
Yes.
Yes, 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 definitely. There is no restrictions on the clothes wear anywhere in Egypt. You can wear any clothes in each city of the Egypt.
Yeah, of course. And one more, Mansi, they can go to Google, Mr. Google, right? Sharm el-Sheikh beaches. He sees the
Right.
tourists, what they wear in Sharm el-Sheikh and Hurghada.
yeah.
Okay, and 2 to 3 more requests received from the
Yes,
agents that can you please update something about on Suez Canal?
of course, of course. Suez Canal, it's very, as I said to you, it's a very important visit to all Indian market. Suez Canal, we have two options. The first option that we can cross the canal by boat to let that group or the FIT cross the canal, but it will require to book this tour of Suez Canal around 1 month and a half before, because we need to send it to the government, to the military, and to the Ministry of Tourism, Police Tourism, the passport copies of the two of the guest or the group, and a request for a permission to cross the canal. If we don't have this permission, we cannot cross the canal. We can take only lunch on one good hotel. It's called Mercure Island Hotel, and they take a lunch and they can watch the boats of the canal crossing the canal. The boats crossing the canal with a wonderful beach to stay around 3-4 hours on the beach to enjoy the sun rise on this beach. And also for we have one more idea that we have some group. They came soon, and they came around January, and we don't have a time to get this permission, but we get a boat, like small boats, and having a sailing around 1 hour, 1 hour and a half sailing by this boat in this canal near to the boats. The people enjoy. We try to make people happy because we didn't have a chance to get this permission from the military. Another tour in Suez Canal, there is one museum, Pharaonic Museum in Ismailia, in Suez Canal. Suez Canal starts from the Mediterranean Sea till the Red Sea, as you know. So the first city is called Port Said, okay? And the second one is called Suez. The third one is called Ismailia. All these cities, the canal move inside these cities. So the nearest location is called Ismailia. We can visit one pharaonic museum. It's called Ismailia Museum.
Okay. That's it. We have one more question, Ahmed. That
Yes.
one of
100 question, bye. No problem, bye. Bolna, bolna, bolna.
our attendees has asked, can we visit Dendara whilst going from Luxor to Hurghada?
Again, please. Can you repeat your
Can
question?
can we visit Dendara while going from Luxor to Hurghada?
Dandara, in Dandara and Abydos. Dandara and Abydos, it's far away from Luxor. It's in places called Suhag and Asyut. On the way to Hurghada, it takes too much time. So what I recommended, if we need to visit Dandara and Abydos, what I recommended that we can stay in Luxor Hotel after the cruise. We can stay one night more in Luxor Hotel. On the day of the checkout of the cruise, we can go to Dandara and Abydos back to Luxor Hotel for check-in, and in the day of the checkout, we can go to visit the Luxor West Bank tours and travel to Hurghada because it takes too much time from Luxor to Dandara and Abydos in places called Asyut and Suhag. You can see it on the map. Asyut and Suhag.
Okay. Okay. Then I guess, can we visit Black Desert? No, we cannot visit Black Desert in Egypt. One of our
Uh, I want to share my experience about the White Desert and the Black Desert. We have a wonderful place, nature place, oases. We have Bahariya oases. We have 5 oases in Egypt, and these 5 oases, the nearest one, it's called Bahariya oasis, and it's having white and black desert, and it's not allowed for tourists to visit since 2014 because there is an issue in ISIS of Libya. Libya, as you know, there is ISIS in Libya, and our military and our government is scaring that this ISIS crossing to Egypt, to the Western Desert, to the White and Black Desert. But maybe soon, inshallah, it will open again.
great, great. Then Nile cruise for drinking water. Would you tell people water? Anything about the tippings in Nile cruise? You can tell what this. Someone has asked that. Is it true that they charge you $100 for tipping on the Nile cruise?
No, 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 no. In our packages, Mayur, by we mentioned that the tipping is not including, and we charging around, for example, $3-4 per person per day, including the tipping of the cruise staff, including the tipping of the driver, the representative, and exclude the tipping of the guide. For example, we have a tour 7 days, Cairo's Nile cruise and Hurghada, for example. The tipping is $35 per person for the whole package, including the bellman's portals and cruise stuff, and including the luggage, the drivers, the representative, but exclude the tour guide. If they satisfied with the tour guide, they can pay to him. If they is not satisfied to the tour guide, it's not allow. It's not obligatory to pay for the tour guide.
Okay, okay, that's great. I guess we will wrap up the question answer session here now. And anyone having more questions, we will be sharing the email ID now on the chat box. And please do send your questions on that email ID, and we will be giving you a brief answer over the email to those questions. So please feel free and send out the questions on the email ID. Mansi, please share the email ID on chat box.
Yes, sure. I've already shared the email ID. I will
Just again one if you can do it. And yes, we'll be sending the presentation to all of you, and also the 16 packages which we have made specially for Indian market, seeing the requirements that do come from the Indian market. So we'll be sending them to all of you, definitely.
Mr. Mayur, I want to mention only I want to mention that these packages, it's for FIT people, start from 2 people, 10 people.
Yes.
So if there is any groups, we can customize any of this tour. For example, this tour, it's 16 packages. Of course, my friends will not promote these 16 packages, so they can choose 5 packages, 4 packages, depending to their guest. Of course, each state of India, they have a different thinking and different number of nights they want to join
Correct,
the
correct.
group. So they can choose around few packages, any number of packages they would like to promote. And if there is any customize of any of these packages, we can customize it also. We can put this, we can remove this, we can add this, no problem. And for the group, we can customize also with the group. So now we will send out to all our friends our 16 packages, and they can choose which package they would like to promote, and if there is any customize on any of these packages.
Ahmed, one more important question in current
Yes, please.
situation raised by one of the attendees, that what is the current condition in Egypt, and is there any possibility that all tourism activities will get start around September?
Can you repeat the question, please? Because I'm not
What is the current condition in Egypt?
like what?
The current situation right now for coronavirus, how it's getting affected.
The current situation.
Yeah.
Today is around 90. Yesterday evening, it's around 2,100, 2,150 till now. Some around, to be sure, from my word, 8 minutes, please. Less than 8 minutes. Uh, 2,190. Number of deaths is 164. The people who's covered 622. So I hope the number will not increase so much, but I'm very sad for what India. It's around 10,000 today in India, right?
Yeah.
God bless India, bless all over the world, and let
Yes,
us
we all
pray.
will be out of this very soon. I hope everyone is getting a positive vibe, and definitely. And I'm also, if you can see on this slide, you can see our contact details and email ID and number, and also our website. So you can please feel free and send out the questions on this email ID, and we'll be answering you as soon as possible. Over
Thanks
to you, Ahmed and Mansi, and thank you all so much for
Thank you, all friends. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my sister.
Yes.
I really appreciate your supports, and please keep supports to ATD and to IBIS as much as you can. And I hope we will finish this situation soon, and we will back with more and more business, inshallah.
Yes, yes, definitely.
Thank you, my friends, for your time, and please accept my apologize for the issue of the sound, which is beginning in the first of the video. Of the
Mayur and Ahmed, Mr. Manish Pekar from BG Tours.
Mr. Manish, I appreciate your support, Mr. Manish.
Please allow him to speak here.
Yes, yes, just a second. Yes, Mr. Manish, you can speak now.
Yes, Mr. Manish. Hello, Mr. Manish.
I think some yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
في المكتب جوه تعالى لي انا بس معايا تليفون دولي. يعني في المكتب جوه.
Okay, no issues.
Yeah. I guess he's not able to join or something. Maybe we are not able to see. Yeah, Mansi, can please ask him to click on the link again?
Yes, my.
Mansi, can you ask him to click on the link which we had sent on email? You can call Mr. Manish and.
Yes, had a word with him just now. He is coming in next 2 minutes.
I think he came in the chat.
Hello.
Yes.
Mr. Manish has sent a text message, Mayur.
Oh,
in
yes.
chat box.
Oh, okay. Okay, Manish. Okay.
Till Mr. Manish come, there's some questions for our friends here. I can reply to him till Mr. Manish come. Some friend, Monira Hatim, what is the cost of the including Suez Canal as a day session? The cost of depending to the number of people. So 2 people is having a rate, different rates than groups, and then 10 people. So please check how many people you asking for, and I will let you know.
Ashwin, yes, we do Holy Land packages.
Of course, we do Holy Land packages, and from these 16 packages, we will send you also one package for the Coptic and one package for the Islamic. So we have 2 Holy Land packages, one for the Coptic and one for the Islamic. The Coptic one is coming from Israel, Tel Aviv, and they cross to Taba border. They stay in Taba one night. Then they go day 2. They go to St. Catherine Monastery and back to Cairo and go to Cairo. Stay in Cairo first day, they with a dinner crew, and day 2 they go to Pyramids Egyptian Museum, Coptic Discreet, and stay second night in Cairo. Day 3 they go to final departure from Cairo. Also, we have one exclusive program. It's for ATD and for IBIS. It's covered 2 countries with one flight ticket. So they arrive to Jordan. They stay in Jordan, depending to the number of nights they would like to stay, 3 nights, 4 nights, Wadi Ram, Petra, Dead Sea, Jarash, and they can go to Taba ferry, Aqaba port to catch the ferry boat from Aqaba port. The ferry boat take around 3 hours, and it's costing around 70 USD from from Aqaba, Jordan, Aqaba port to Taba ferry boat. So once they reach to Taba ferry boat, our representative meets the guest, and they can go to stay one night in Taba hotel, or they can go to Sharm ElSheikh. They stay in Sharm ElSheikh. From Taba to Sharm ElSheikh, it take around 3 hours by road, and they can stay in Sharm ElSheikh any number of nights they would like to stay. So this package, it's exclusive for ATD and IBIS with our partner in Jordan, Jordan Tours and Travel, as they joined ATD from a few years back. So
Okay, I
in
guess
that case,
Mr. Manish is not able to join us, so he has sent a message. He's saying that Mr. Ahmed and Ivy's team is excellent with regards to your services and the support.
Thank you,
So,
Mr. Manish.
so
Thank you, Mr. Manish.
yes, thank you so much, Mr. Manish, for this cooperation. And
Yes.
I guess it's time we end this session now. And for all the questions, as you can see, please do email us on the mentioned email IDs, or maybe you can just give us a call and we will be at your disposal. So I hope everyone has taken a screenshot or maybe written down the email IDs, what we have been sharing in the chat box or onto a last slide, so that you can get in touch with us and for any further questions or anything. So I'll just finish off with the last slide, so everyone, if not taken a picture or doing something, you can take a screenshot and you can get in touch with us. So thank you so much all for attending and having us over. Over to you, Ahmed and Mansi.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my sister. Thank to all friends, and I hope you get a good experience about Egypt destination. And please feel free to contact us if you need any more experience or any more information. Thank you, sister. Thank you. Goodbye.
Mansi, your audio. Mansi, audio. Mansi, audio.
Thanks, Ahmed. Thank you all for joining the webinar, and be safe, be at home only. Thank you.
Be safe, my friends. Wishing for you all the safety for you and the whole family, inshallah.